average we have 25 to 30 people now visiting, especially with the CDF issue going around the country. And it's been quite a good show up of people. As you are aware, the constituency office is not in any way political. It is an office for everyone, regardless of party affiliation. The area member of parliament is a member of parliament for every constituent in this constituency. Therefore, everybody is advised to come through to this office and table their matter before their member of parliament.
The constituency office is a mechanism for effective and a regular link between parliament and the constituency.
We have seen a propensity.
The debates, the questioning, the making of laws, the confrontation. The live parliamentary proceedings are aired on Parliament TV every Tuesday to Thursday at 14:30 hours and Fridays at 09 hours. Make a date. Parliament TV, bringing Parliament closer to you.
My eParliament mobile application. First, download the app on either Play Store or App Store and install. After installation, open the app. Step 1. Register your personal information, that's your names, gender, NRC, and date of birth. Step 2. Add your contact information, your email, phone number, and home address. Step 3. Select your constituency. Step 4. Create your 4-digit PIN. At this point, the system will send an SMS to your mobile number with a one-time passcode. Step 5. Confirm with one-time passcode that was sent to your mobile. Step 6. Sign in using your phone number and the 4-digit PIN. And Step 7. Create your submission and submit. My eParliament, bringing Parliament closer to you.
The Coalition of African Parliamentarians on Human, Animal Health and Environment, CAPA, has continued to undertake familiarization tours to advocate for human, animal health and environmental and economic sustainability in Zambia. To align itself with the strategic plan, CAPA held an exhibition business forum launch at Sebo Farms in Chisamba district under the theme, Leaders Connecting Minds to Unlock the Economy in Zambia. The main purpose of the business exhibition forum was to raise awareness on the available business opportunities to would-be investors in northwestern and western provinces. Sebo Farms has been in existence since 1973, and it has developed from just growing tobacco to having an average of 2,500 game animals of 17 species and 50 hectares of macadamia trees under microjet irrigation. The type of farming method employed at Sebo Farms is a model CAPA is promoting and wants to replicate in western and northwestern provinces respectively. The Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, the Right Honorable Madam Nelly Muti MP, was a guest of honor at the Exhibition Business Forum and was received by Mr. David Gordon, the founder of Sebo Farms, and his wife. Others present were Defense Minister Honorable Ambrose Lufuma MP, who is Kapa Chairperson, Honorable Elijah Muchima MP, Minister of Lands and Kapa Vice Chairperson, the Right Honorable Madam Speaker, Honorable Nelly Muti MP, and Her entourage were taken round the farm to appreciate the sustainable farming methods being practiced at Sebo Farms. And Mr. David Gordon explained some of the agriculture methods used at the farm in order to acquire maximum profitability with minimum risks. During the launch of the Exhibition Business Forum, the Speaker of the National Assembly, the Right Honorable Madam Nelly Muti MP, urged local investors to fully exploit the investment potential of the country to accelerate socio-economic development in the two provinces. And Kapa Chairperson.
Kapa is one of the tools that can be used to advocate for development in this country and is well positioned to mediate between the communities and the investors. I urge Kapa to take such exhibition business forums to all parts of the country so that all people in our country can benefit from the many abundant resources that we have. Honorable Member for Mitete, you are the only one who is here, but you are well placed together with other members of parliament, and you are also key to advocate for this common goal because you are on the ground in your respective constituencies and are also representatives of the people in parliament. So you speak with a stronger voice. Ladies and gentlemen, I am aware that Northwestern Province and Western Provinces require all of us to invest in areas such as mining, agriculture, aquaculture, livestock, tourism, health, and not forgetting education. Therefore, let me urge you to invest in this country which has abundant natural resources.
And Kapa Chairperson Honorable Ambrose Lufuma MP gave a brief background of Kapa.
The Kapa, first and foremost, was a coalition of parliamentarians against HIV and AIDS, but it has expanded into including the health, of course, of the very, very important species on this earth, which is a human being. But we go further and include animals, because they are part and parcel of us, and we're here. The example couldn't have been better. We have animals just across there mingling with us, and they're mingling where in this environment. So Kapa now has outgrown its AIDS and stuff like that. We are more encompassing animal, human health, animal, as well as the environment, because these are intertwined, and the work in collaboration with each other in order to ensure that life is what it is.
Honorable Lufuma MP further disclosed that the exhibition will bring together a cross-section of stakeholders and potential investors, both local and international, so as to explore the opportunities that exist in northwestern and western provinces.
As you are maybe aware, the main economic activities of the two provinces are mining, agriculture, livestock, fisheries, and tourism. However, despite being heavily endowed with various natural resources and rich culture, the two provinces have been underdeveloped. Hence, the need for this Kapa exhibition business forum to explore the untapped potential. We are very much aware the Northwestern Province and the Western Province have been nothing but Cinderella provinces of the Republic of Zambia. That scenario has changed, is changing, and we want it to continue to change so that the two provinces can be big contributors to the gross domestic product.
And his welcoming remarks, founder and chief executive officer of Sebo Farms, David Gordon, recollects how the farm started.
I took 10 to 15 years before the farm started growing in size and productivity. In the 90s, we were the largest maize and tobacco farm in Zambia, growing 2,000 hectares of maize plus or minus depending on the season of maize, and 200 hectares of tobacco and 600 breeding cows. By 2002, we tried out our luck with drilling our first few boreholes.
The Business Exhibition Forum had a number of stakeholders who shared some of the products that investors can utilize, and Citizens Economic Empowerment Commission CEEC Director Business Development Mr. Lusungu Banda shared CEEC's agenda for northwestern and western provinces and highlighted the main economic activities in the two provinces.
One of the key products that we developed in line with the 8th National Development Plan is we heard about agriculture, boosting agriculture. How do we boost agriculture? We need to mechanize the agriculture. So we have a deliberate policy that goes to the women. We have 40% of these resources which are going towards the women. 40% of the resources are going towards the youths. 5% are going towards the persons with disability, and the 15% are going to the men. Those are above 35. So we have an inclusive program.
And the president for Zambia Seed Trade Association, Mr. Mark Zimbunji, highlighted the features between northwestern and western provinces and how they connect in the business context.
For the two provinces, if you want to find a virgin forest, the whole country, your best bet will be there. Even when you're on a third road, you see a virgin forest. We don't have much of that here. Out here, if you find a forest, something which really looks like a forest, you know it's a commercial farm. And so you have good wood products that come from both provinces. And I think on that, if you want to invest in wood processing, your best bet is to be positioned in those areas.
Speaking on behalf of Zambia National Commercial Bank, Zanaco Chief Executive Officer Mukwandi Chibesakunda, Senior Manager Corporate and Investment Banking, Mr. Munalula Mulonda, stated that Zanaco is fully aligned with what CAPA is doing in growing the economy.
As a bank, we are fully aligned with what is what CAPA is trying to achieve through the Expo, and that is trying to grow our economy, trying to grow through homegrown solutions. We ourselves as a bank, we are a homegrown solution, having been mooted back in 1968 by the post-independent government as a vehicle to support businesses that were there at that time. It is a responsibility that we continue to carry with pride and a lot of patriotic responsibility, because doing so will ensure that ultimately we grow the economy, we grow Zambia as a whole.
And Mr. Darwin Sikalumbi from Chalimbana University highlighted some of the strides the university is making in collaborating with CAPA on business opportunities found in western and northwestern provinces.
We do understand that northwestern province is rich in natural foods. There are a number of foods. The nuts that you can eat in other provinces may not be the same if you taste those coming from northwestern province. Very natural and tasty, and we need to exhibit this. We also understand that Copper Belt is now moving to northwestern province. In Solwezi, we've got Lumwana mine, we've got Kalumbila mine, and we need to exhibit this to potential investors. In short, there are a lot of minerals that are not explored, and we need to sell this to both local and international investors. We also have the Kalubwa River, famously known as the River of Rocks. In Kasempa, we do understand that in southern province, Mazabuka is the sweetest town. But in northwestern province, as an education institution, we realize that we also have the sweetest town in Mwinilunga.
CAPA has developed the One Health Strategic Plan aimed at promoting One Health, which includes human, animal health, and environment. In this regard, it has called on all cooperating partners to support and realize CAPA's strategic plan.
Zambia. Even saying the word is a multi-sensory experience. It somehow captures something of the essence of this special place in the warm heart of southern Africa. Take in the mighty Zambezi River, the majestic Victoria Falls that form Zambia's natural southern border, and the national parks overflowing with wildlife. Immerse yourself in the fast-growing towns and cities, teeming with history, light, and life. Then visit the vast lakes that seem to touch the stars and engage with a plethora of different ethnic groups, cultures, and languages. Together, they make up the intricately woven fabric of this remarkable country. To visit Zambia is to begin a love affair that will never be exhausted, and unlike any that you have ever experienced before. For all the superlatives that man has used in his attempts to describe Victoria Falls, none are able to do this incredible natural wonder justice. You have to see it for yourself. It is a truly awe-inspiring experience. Livingstone, once Zambia's capital, and the Zambian side of the falls have become a mecca for discerning adventure tourists. Peer into the abyss from Devil's Pool at the edge of the falls. Career down the powerful rapids from Batoka Gorge in a whitewater raft. Bungee jump from the historic Victoria Falls Bridge. Or fly over the falls on a flight of angels. Whatever activity you choose, you'll be left with a renewed appreciation for the sheer might of nature. Kafue National Park is amongst the biggest in Africa and is home to more than 130 species of mammal and more than 400 bird species. Enjoy the wildlife from a different perspective on a boat cruise or a canoeing or walking safari. For sheer density of game, South Luangwa National Park is second to none. It certainly lives up to its nickname as the Valley of the Leopard. The stunning Liuwa Plains play host to the world's second largest wildebeest migration and boast some of the most striking vistas you will see anywhere in Africa. At Kasanka National Park, you can view the largest mammal migration in the world when each November, literally millions of fruit bats cover the skyline as the sun sets. Zambia's bodies of water are as abundant as its wildlife. Although it is landlocked, this country has more water than any other in Africa. There are the long, meandering rivers, some of which are interspersed by waterfalls that are only narrowly surpassed by Vic Falls. Then there are the lakes, from the vast, remote Lake Tanganyika, far in the north of the country, which is one of Africa's Great Lakes, to Lake Kariba, Africa's biggest man-made dam. Kariba is an increasingly popular beach holiday destination that is strangely reminiscent of the French Riviera. Or for the best bath of your life, visit the incredible Kapisha Hot Springs. Another unique aspect of this remarkable country are the Zambians themselves. The country is home to 72 different ethnic groups and languages, all of whom have their own diverse cultural traits and traditions. One thing they do have in common: they are all unfailingly warm and welcoming. Zambians are famous for their very own special brand of hospitality, as well as the pride they take in their Zambian identity. Wherever you go in Zambia, you will meet people who will go out of their way to leave you with a positive impression and make you feel at home. So what are you waiting for? Book your trip now and enjoy the kind of African experience you've always dreamt of. Whatever it is you're looking for, you can always
what they feel and think about the inaugural awarding of members of parliament. And let me just interest
introduce you to some of the awards that we expect. We do have the Robin Nabuliato Award. This is the overall best MP of the year. So who will be awarded will be given that award? We also have the Nelly Muti Award, and this one is Outstanding Woman MP of the Year, and we also have the Wesley Nyarenda Award, Outstanding MP of the Year. It is the first of its kind, the Zambian Parliament, and I'm sure you, our viewers out there and our listeners out there, are very excited and looking forward. And I'm sure all 156 constituencies are keeping their fingers crossed, not knowing which constituency or which member of parliament who get this award. And I'll be interacting with some of members of parliament just to get to hear from them what they think of this inaugural awards. Like I mentioned earlier on, it is the first of its kind, and we expect it to be big and better next year. So right about now, I will be interacting with some members of parliament. Like I mentioned earlier on, I do have Kasama Central Member of Parliament. I also have other members of parliament that I'll be interacting with right here at this parliament. Actually, as you can see in the amphitheater, members of parliament and staff from the National Assembly are already seated, just waiting the arrival of Madam Speaker to grace this very important occasion. Right about now, I do have Dr. Aaron Mwanza, who is Kaumbwe, a member of parliament, just to interact with me, just to find out what he makes of this inaugural award. Honorable, thank you so much for according me this opportunity as we commemorate International Day of Democracy, which falls on tomorrow, the 15th, and today, a big day for you members of parliament. What do you make of this inaugural awards?
Well, thank you so much for having me. And as a member of parliament, I'm so excited to be part and parcel of this inaugural awards for best performing parliamentarians at National Assembly of Zambia.
I know Parliament joins the rest of the world in commemorating a very important day on the parliamentary calendar, and this is the International Day of Democracy. What do you make of this commemoration, this day?
Well, of course, for me and Zambia, we've enjoyed democracy since 1991. And we are a beacon of democracy in Southern Africa, and I wish to see that this democracy keeps on growing, and we are a shining example in the Southern African region based on our history. Our country, after every election, everybody goes to peace, and that's the best thing that we do.
Honorable, wishing you all the best as you get back to the amphitheater to commemorate this important day and also witness the awarding of deserving members of parliament, and wishing you all the best. Who knows, you may scoop one of the categories.
Yes, I'm confident.
Oh, there you have it. That's Honorable Dr. Mwanza from Kaumbwe constituency, just adding his voice concerning this very important day as we witness who will be crowned under the Robinson Nabuliato Award over Best Member of Parliament of the Year. We also have the Nelly Muti Award, Outstanding Woman MP of the Year, and lastly but not the least, the Wesley Nyarenda Award, Outstanding Youth MP of the Year. So even youth parliamentarians are catered for. And at this particular time, I will be interacting with Mr. Jeffrey Mulebwa, who is Kafulafuta Member of Parliament, all the way from the Copper. But Honorable, thank you so much for according us this opportunity just to chat with us. And you are one of members of Parliament that we have here at Parliament, and keeping your fingers crossed, but who knows, you may also scoop one of the categories. And how do you make of this inaugural awards today?
Well, first of all, I must say I was caught by surprise because when the nominations were taking place and when it was announced, I had just left the country. I had gone to the United Kingdom for my daughter's graduation. So I was caught by surprise, and I'm hoping that somebody thought of me and nominated me in absentia. But I think it's a very good thing that we have to have people that have been exemplary get some award or some recognition for their behavior or conduct. I think it happens everywhere. You know, in university, college, everybody graduates, but there are those that graduate with some kind of honors who the institution will recognize. So I think that it's just right that we have such awards, hopefully every year. I think it's also going to help us, though we are adults and MPs, but I think it's something that could teach us something and maybe trigger good behavior from one or two people to say, look, I've got to come out of this place with an award. So yeah, I'm looking forward to understanding the whole concept and to see who gets the awards.
Tomorrow, the National Assembly of Zambia joins the rest of the world in commemorating International Day of Democracy. What could be your word to the people, more especially the people of Kaflafuta, on this very important day?
Well, we are a democratic society, I think. So, first of all, I think as Zambians, we qualify to celebrate such a day in the sense that our governance system is based on democracy. So it's just right that we participate in such a day. It would have been a different occasion had we if we had problems, for example, in the governance system, then we would be knocked out on moral grounds. But as it is, we are a democratic nation, and I think we are the hub of the region where democracy is concerned. Zambia is actually the champion of democracy in the region, if not in the whole Africa.
Honorable, thank you so much and wishing you all the best. I know the people of Kaflafuta keeping their fingers crossed, hoping that you scoop one of the awards.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed too.
Well, there you have it. That's Kaflafuta lawmaker. And this is Mr. Geoffrey Mulewa, just adding his voice on this very important day, which falls on tomorrow, the International Day of Democracy. And to the run-up of this very important day, the National Assembly of Zambia is holding a very, very important awards. And these are the inaugural awarding of members of parliament, deserving members of parliament. At this particular time is Ms. Siwongile Mwamba, who is Kasama Central member of parliament, just trying to find out from her as well. And I'm sure she's also keeping her fingers crossed because we do have one interesting category, which is the Nelly Muti Award, Outstanding Woman MP of the Year. Thank you so much for according us this rare opportunity. What do you make of this very important day, the inaugural of awarding members of parliament?
Thank you very much. The awarding of members of parliament comes in as a good vice. It's important that every now and then we get to have an awarding system. It actually keeps everybody on their toes so that we're encouraged to be one of the award winners. So this is a first, and I must say I wish to applaud the inventors of such a vice. Thank you.
Tomorrow, Zambia joins the rest of the world in should I say National Assembly of Zambia joins the rest of the world in commemorating the International Day of Democracy. What is your word to the people of Kasama Central on this very important day?
Tomorrow marks a very important day, the Day of Democracy. Zambia is a democratic dispensation, and we as lawmakers, including myself, democracy is very, very important in the governance of any nation. So it is therefore that we enjoy our freedoms, our rights, and our democracy as the people of Zambia, and in particular, the people of Kasama Central. Thank you.
Honorable, wishing you all the best, and thank you so much. I know the people of Kasama are looking forward to hearing your name being announced as one of the winners.
Thank you very much. It's very interesting. Even if I do not win, the winner deserves to win. I am also a winner. For as long as another person has won it, I also feel part of that award. So whether I make it or not, I wish to congratulate the winner. Thank you very much.
Wishing you all the best. There you have it. That's Kasama Central Member of Parliament, Honorable Siwongile Mwamba, just adding her voice to this inaugural award, and also a very important day, which falls on tomorrow, the International Day of Democracy. So remember, our viewers and our listeners, the three categories that we have on today's awards. We do have the Robinson Nabuliato Award. This is the overall Best MP of the Year. We also have the Nelly Muti Award, and this one will go to the Outstanding Outstanding Woman MP of the Year. And lastly, we have the Wesley Nyerenda Award, Outstanding Youth MP of the Year. We do have Honorable Katakwe just to help us add a voice all the way from Solwezi as well. That's Northwestern Province. Honorable, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. I know very shortly we'll be able to see the Honorable Madam Speaker's entourage making a way to the amphitheater that will signify the commencement of the awarding ceremony. Thank you so much. What do you make of this very important day, Honorable?
Thank you very much. For me, it is actually a very, very eventful moment, especially that it's the first of its kind here at Parliament, where members of Parliament are being recognized and appreciated in terms of being the best performing woman of the year, youngest MP, and so on. Okay, I think for me it is a very, very important event that will encourage even other members of Parliament to come so that they are able to work very, very hard.
Honorable, wishing you all the best, and I know you're also hopeful of scooping one of the categories. All the best.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Honorable Katakwe there, just helping us adding one or two words concerning this very important awarding ceremony. So remember, our viewers, we do have three categories, and do remember that these are the inaugural awards, and I'm sure next year and the years to follow, these awards will be big and better. We have the Robinson Nabuliato Award, Overall MP of the Year, the Nelly Muti Award, Outstanding Woman MP of the Year, and we also have the Wesley Nyerenda Award, Outstanding Youth MP of the Year. For now, cross back to the amphitheater. My name is Paul Sentindovi. Let's just hope and trust you follow through today's awarding ceremony.
I don't have the other school of thought are saying when we receive the signal from the speaker that she has started off, so that the choir doesn't have to stay too long here because these are entertaining. If when we come here, we'll not be doing anything until national. So until we get a signal from that the speaker has started off, then they can move.
Actually, they've already sent a message to us
that they're on the way.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just
so I think
establish communication, and then
so these people have to move out now.
So no, you give me some porokoso, a signal.
Good morning, Honorable Minister, Honorable Members of Parliament. Okay, a big round of applause to Kamoto. So, Madam, I've just got a signal that Madam Speaker will be coming shortly. So, ask Kamoto, you can leave your drums at least here, so that Parliament Choir can come and occupy the space. Then we'll invite you back. Thank you very much. So, we'll ask Parliament Choir now to come and position yourselves. Thank you. First Deputy Speaker, Second Deputy Speaker, Honorable Cabinet Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. Madam Speaker will be coming in shortly. When she comes in, I'll ask you all to rise. We'll have the national anthem by Parliament Choir. And we join in the singing as they sing. We'll sing with them. And after that, we'll have the prayer and continue. Thank you. Yes, I'm informed by Parliament Choir that they have a surprise for you. So they will sing the national anthem today. Thank you. Thank you. Could we all rise, please? Could we all rise, please, as Madam Speaker? Foxy.
Shall we pray? Our God and our Father, we want to thank you for our country, Zambia. We want to honor you and glorify you for this nation which you have given unto us. Thank you, Jehovah, for the 156 constituencies represented in this place. We want to thank you for our Speaker of the National Assembly. Thank you, Jehovah, for the deputies, Almighty God. Thank you, Jehovah God, even for the leader of opposition. Thank you for the whips, Almighty Father, in our house. Jehovah God, leadership comes from above. We want to celebrate you this morning. We want to honor you and say you are God. You are beginning with us, Almighty God. We pray, Almighty Father, that these awards, Almighty God, which are being given today, on a day, Almighty Father, where we are celebrating, Almighty God, our democracy in our country, which has continued to grow from glory to glory. We want to say, Lord, let this be an encouragement and not a discouragement. For those who will get, Almighty God, let them celebrate. Even as those who will not be able to get the reward, let them work hard. Jehovah God, we just want to appreciate you because you know each and every one of us and the contributions which we are making, Almighty Father, to make Zambia a better place to live. We ask you that you continue to unite us, Almighty God, that we may leave this country a better place than we found it. We pray, Almighty God, that you begin with us. We call upon you, sweet Spirit of the living God, that you may continue to guide us. And Jehovah God, that together we shall be able to make Zambia the way we want it. We appreciate you this morning. Start with us and end with us. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen and amen.
We may be seated, but first of all, could we please give a round of applause to Parliament Choir for that lovely singing. You are looking smart. Voices of angels. Thank you. I'm told that they are still receiving new members. The Honorable Madam Speaker, the Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Second Deputy Speaker, Cabinet Ministers present, Members of Parliament, the Deputy Clerks present, Members of Staff, invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, I wish to call upon the Deputy Clerk, Corporate Affairs, Mr. Kawimbe, to come and give us his welcoming remarks. Mr. Kawimbe, sir.
The Right Honorable Nelly Bike Muti, MP, Papra, Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, Honorable Ms. Malungo S.H. Sangano, MP, First Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, Honorable Frank M. Moyo, MP, Second Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, Cabinet and Provincial Ministers present, Honorable Members of Parliament, staff of the National Assembly of Zambia, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all, and welcome to the inaugural award ceremony. I am honored to welcome all of you to this ceremony, which is the first of its kind since the inception of the National Assembly of Zambia, where outstanding members of parliament, as nominated by their colleagues, will be awarded for their exemplary work. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate you, Madam Speaker, for your leadership in ensuring that these awards are held today. In addition, I would like to thank you for finding time to officiate at this event. In the same vein, Madam Speaker, allow me to also thank the honorable members of Parliament who have turned out this morning in very good numbers to come and be part of this momentous occasion. Needless to mention that the significance of this event cannot be overemphasized because it will undoubtedly provide motivation, as stated by Honorable Nyirenda, not only for members of Parliament, but for staff as well, who assist members of Parliament in their work. In addition, this event gives us all an opportunity to reflect on our work in the past 1 year. As such, following this event, I have no doubt in my mind that all of us will return to our duties reinvigorated and ready to double our efforts in our various capacities. Madam Speaker, as honorable members will be awarded for their work this morning, it goes without saying that staff of the National Assembly also play a vital role in their success. We don't want to be left out in this event. As a matter of emphasis, Parliament and its members can only perform effectively with support from a strong, dynamic and efficient staff base. In view of the above, Madam Speaker, you may wish to note that management remains committed to continue facilitating capacity enhancement for staff and MPs so that they can effectively undertake their work. Specifically, as you are aware, Madam Speaker, Strategic Objective 1.2 of the National Assembly of Zambia Strategic Plan for the period 2022 to 2026 has prioritized capacity building programs for not only members but for staff as well. In addition to capacity building, you may wish to note that management of the National Assembly recognizes the need to award deserving employees who show high levels of commitment and resourcefulness in various aspects of their work. To this effect, management awards deserving staff during the Labor Day Awards, which are held annually. I need to mention that these awards motivate our staff, which boosts teamwork and productivity. In addition, it improves workplace culture by creating a supportive work environment. With that said, I would like, on behalf of management of the National Assembly of Zambia, to assure all honorable members of Parliament that staff of the National Assembly will continue to be diligent and hardworking in their duties to provide effective support to you, our honorable members of Parliament. Madam Speaker, as I come to the end of my remarks, may I simply welcome the honorable members to this event and look forward to a fruitful morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kawimbe, who was the Deputy Clerk, Corporate Affairs. I now wish to call upon Dr. Kalila, who is the Vice President 1 of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, CPA, so Zambia branch. So as we know, Zambia is also a member of this association of Commonwealth parliaments, which include parliaments within Africa that are Commonwealth members, Europe, Canada, Australia. So Dr. Kalila, please, Vice President 1.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mporokoso, for this opportunity for me to make some comments on behalf of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, Zambia branch. But before I do that, Honorable Madam Speaker, I must say that I'm greatly amazed at the talent that's subsisting in our National Assembly in as far as what we were treated with the choir this morning, to the extent that I would like to suggest that if it's possible, we can fuse in the choir 2 or 3 members of parliament. That would truly signify an integrated and unified parliament. I'm aware that the honorable leader of government, leader of the opposition, I'm told is very good at bars, and that our defense minister is an exceptional singer when it comes to soprano. Yeah. So thank you very much. The Right Honorable Nelly Muti, MP, Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Malungo H. Sangano, MP, First Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, Honorable Frank Moses Moyo, MP, as you can see, is here. Second Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, and to all our cabinet ministers who are present here, we are very grateful that they could find time and be present with us. Honorable R.E.S. Kamboni, MP, my colleague who is the Vice President 1 for the Interparliamentary Union Zambia National Group, and all of you colleagues, honorable members of Parliament, and staff, I always say our valued staff of the National Assembly of Zambia, and the members of the press who are here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all once again. It is a great honor and privilege for me to stand here and give some remarks on this occasion on behalf of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, CPA, Zambian branch. Madam Speaker, as you are aware, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association awards deserving parliamentarians for their exceptional contribution towards the organization's ambition of promoting parliamentary democracy and sustainable development. The CPA awards parliamentarians from within the Commonwealth family with the following awards. First of all, we do award the Commonwealth Parliamentarian of the Year. Secondly, Parliamentary Equality and Diversity. Thirdly, a new Parliamentarian of the Year. And fourthly, a Lifetime Achievement Award. In awarding parliamentarians, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association is guided by the following objectives. 1, to reward active parliamentarians for excelling in their chosen fields. Secondly, to improve the reputation of parliamentarians. Thirdly, to enable the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association to record best practices and case studies from amongst member states, which can be shared with other parliaments. Number 4, to promote and highlight inspirational stories that could be coming out from various member states or constituencies. 5 rather, to encourage people to consider becoming parliamentarians as well in future. And lastly, to raise the profile of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association to a broader audience. Madam Speaker, as Commonwealth Parliamentary Zambia branch, we are happy to be part of this occasion, and therefore we stand ready to offer support towards these awards going forward. Lastly, Madam Speaker, let me conclude by joining you in congratulating those of our colleagues who are going to receive various awards this morning. I therefore, on behalf of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, wish to commend all the MPs for the good works that they are doing both here at Parliament and also in their respective constituencies. Madam Speaker, with these few remarks, I wish to thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kalila. Honorable Madam Speaker, I would like to announce at this moment that Parliament TV is broadcasting live this event. We are also on the National Assembly Facebook live streaming. So members of the public are also watching this event. At this point, I would like to call upon Mr. Harry Kamboni, Vice President 1 of the Interparliamentary Union, IPU, Zambia National Group, to which the Zambian Parliament is also a member. So, Honorable Kamboni.
Good morning. Are we not happy? Thank you very much. Let me now observe the protocol. Honorable Neri P.K. Muti, it's nice to be here. Honorable Deputy Speaker, number first, you are most welcome and we're happy to have you here, Madam. Honorable Frank Moyo, MP, Second Deputy Speaker of National Assembly. As you can see me, we are very happy to see you. Cabinet Ministers present here. My colleague, Doc Kalila, my neighbor also in Parliament somehow, Vice President 1 of CPA. It's very nice to have you here. The Clerk of National Assembly, your work you do is highly recognized and it's nice to have you here. The staff of National Assembly, we may not say it, but we greatly appreciate the work that you do. And we shouldn't mention when you are gone, but we should tell you now. Members of the press, we really appreciate you very well. We acknowledge the work you do. We know now we are seeing the difference between trained people and untrained. Because WhatsApp, they really batter us. So you are different and we'd like to appreciate your knowledge and how you report about us. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, everyone who is here is recognized. Now, before I come to my speech, we are all here products of democracy, isn't it? And look how colorful it is. We are different here. Some are tall, some are, I don't know. Some are like me, some are like someone else. And that's the beauty about democracy. So it's democracy in our homes, democracy everywhere. Once we embrace that, surely we come up with best things for our living. On behalf of Interparliamentary Union, Zambia Group, it is a great honor for me to address you at this award ceremony for outstanding parliamentarians. This ceremony marks a special occasion for all of us, and it gives us an opportunity to acknowledge the outstanding efforts of our nominees, applaud their contributions, and be inspired by their dedication, resolve towards their passion. Key word here, passion. It is not every day that one gets to be appreciated and recognized for their hard work and achievement. But today, we are doing exactly that. Madam Speaker, as you may be aware, the IPU introduced the Creamer Pass Awards in 2022, named after two IPU founders, Sir William Randall Creamer and Frederick Pershing. These were visionary parliamentarians from Great Britain, France, who convened the first meeting of the IPU in Paris in 1889. The Creamer Pass Awards are annual awards bestowed on to an MP or MPs whose exceptional actions contributes to a more united, fair, secure, and sustainable and equitable future. We also have our own in Africa. that have been trying to change the course of Africa. People like Kwame Nkrumah, David Kaunda, Simon Mwansakapwepwe, Harry Mwangankumbula, and many others. It is important also that we write our history correctly and remember those who sacrificed in leadership. Whether they made mistakes or not, it is important that we recognize them. And this is what we are doing today. Because we are not all perfect, but if I make a mistake in contributing, you must understand. But we all have one duty to save mankind. Madam Speaker, the Krima Pass Awards were introduced with a view to encouraging parliamentary diplomacy. We need to work together even when we are different in opinion, color, and thinking. It's very important that in whatever we do, there is diplomacy. And fostering concrete actions by parliamentarians in the pursuit and promotion of more lasting peace and effective democracy. So there are these things that make democracy work. If there's no peace, you can't have democracy. Peace in the mind and peace everywhere. You may wish to note that the first Krima Pass Award were presented at the 145th IPU Assembly in Kigali, Rwanda, right in Africa. Madam Speaker, in view of the foregoing, we are delighted as IPU to be associated with this great event. We would like to assure you that we stand ready to continue providing the much needed support to ensure the sustainability of this initiative. So today is really a day to remember about democracy in Africa and everywhere else. The people we are giving awards, you chose them. There was democracy, we all voted for them. So really, it's a gesture that democracy will bring people that we have put in. And for that, Madam Speaker, we thank you. The whole system was transparent and would like it to continue. As I conclude, allow me to congratulate you for this novel initiative, as it will go a long way in motivating members of Parliament to continue working hard in delivering their services to the public. Keyword, motivating. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. And once again, I congratulate those who receive prizes. But above all, we are all winners, because as we go, we will go with something. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kamboni. That was Vice President 1 of the IPU Zambia National Group. At this point, we are going to listen to a recorded message in solidarity with Madam Speaker and the entire National Assembly of Zambia on this occasion from the CPA Secretary General. So I'll ask my colleague in ICT to connect that recorded message. Thank you.
Parliaments and legislatures, parliamentarians and parliamentary staff across the Commonwealth in your work. And events like today are so important in providing both recognition and celebration for the achievement of parliamentarians. The role of a parliamentarian is diverse and complex. Obviously, it includes legislation, budget making, the oversight of government, holding the executive to account, but also being a voice for your constituents, representing their concerns in your parliament. And these events, these awards, are an excellent way to say that we recognise and we celebrate those achievements of parliamentarians. I know that you have a category today for women parliamentarians, and I want to put on record my appreciation to all of the women who represent Zambia in your parliament, but in particular to your Speaker, Speaker Muti, who is such an effective voice for Zambia within the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. Supporting women parliamentarians and seeking to increase the numbers of women elected to parliaments across the Commonwealth. These are key priorities for me and for the CPA. That's why our network, CWP, Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians, plays such a crucial role in our organisation, including holding the organisation itself to account with reforms agreed last year to ensure representation of women in the governance of the CPA, both at Executive Committee and General Assembly level. You also have a category for youth. And what an appropriate time in this Commonwealth Year of Youth that we do that. This week, Commonwealth Youth Ministers have been meeting in London, and I was delighted to meet with some of them earlier in the week, and also to meet the High Commissioner of Zambia in London as part of that same event. We face huge shared challenges across the Commonwealth, and the CPA exists to ensure that there is mutual learning from one another throughout the Commonwealth, and I know that that is something that your Parliament values. We will be meeting at the beginning of October in Accra at our 66th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference, and I look forward to seeing the Zambia delegation at that conference as we continue our mission to support parliaments and parliamentarians throughout the Commonwealth. Please accept this message of support and solidarity, and I hope you have a very enjoyable event today. Thank you.
A round of applause for Mr. Stephen Twigg, Secretary General of the CPA, a message from London, the United Kingdom. At this point, I would like to invite our dance troupe, Kamoto, to come and celebrate with us. They have lined up some dances from different parts of the country. So my colleague with the tripod here will just give them some space. A round of applause to Kamoto as they come in. Thank you. A round of applause. A round of applause, a round of applause. We have come to a very important point. Before that, my colleague has to set up the microphone, so there's one more here for Parliament TV. Thank you to my colleague here. Thank you. It is now my honor and privilege to call upon the Right Honorable Speaker, Mrs. Nelly Muti, to address us. Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Before I say anything, I think we need to give a big hand to Kamoto. In my other life, I could also dance like that. Thank you very much. The Honorable Ms. Malungo Attractor Chisangano, MP, First Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, Honorable Mr. Frank Moses Moyo, MP, Second Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, Honorable Cabinet Ministers and Provincial Ministers present, Honorable Harry S. Kamboni, MP, Vice President 1, IPU Zambia National Group, Honorable Dr. Christopher Kalila, MP, Vice President 1, CPA Zambia Branch, Honorable Members of Parliament, the Deputy Clerk Corporate Affairs, staff of the National Assembly, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about the press, I know Honorable Kamboni who said that, reporting is very important. How you report now is very pleased. I think it's the issue of perceptions. Let me just talk about a small story about one person who parked their vehicle near the parliament buildings. And then one police officer or security officer approached that person and said, "You can't park your car here. This is where the members of parliament pass, the speakers, deputy speakers, and other members of staff of parliament. So you are not supposed to park your vehicle here." So the man tells the police officer, says, "Don't worry, I've locked the car." So there's this perception that members of parliament, no matter what you do, you always have some vested interest somewhere. I can assure you, honorable members of the public, that these honorable members are honorable people. Please, let's give them due respect. Good morning again. Honorable members, I'm delighted to be part of this very important occasion when the National Assembly of Zambia is awarding outstanding parliamentarians. I remember when we started this, it was like a joke, saying that one day we'll be awarding some honorable members. And they say the power of the tongue, and here we are today, just bringing that power of the tongue to eventuality. You may wish to note that the inaugural 2023 annual awards for outstanding parliamentarians were inspired by the initiative undertaken by two main parliamentary bodies, the Inter-Parliamentary Union, IPU, and the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, CPA. The two organizations instituted these awards as a way of recognizing parliamentarians who have made exceptional contributions as members of parliament within their respective membership. Honorable members, from the outset, allow me to sincerely thank you all for being present, and I'm happy to see that really you are in big good numbers. The numbers are good. Thank you very much for coming. For being present for the first ever ceremony of the annual awards for outstanding parliamentarians. This is a clear indication of the importance that you attach to your parliamentary duties as members of parliament, as well as to the privilege of belonging to the IPU and CPA. In this regard, it can rightly be stated that the inaugural 2023 annual awards for outstanding parliamentarians are a combined effort of the IPU Zambia National Branch and the CPA Zambia Branch. Honorable members, you are all accountable for the hopes and aspirations of the millions of our citizens. This is a very big responsibility. The people of Zambia, especially the poor and the underprivileged, look upon you with great expectations. They expect you to make every effort to improve their lives, and for this reason, they want to see you busy and relentlessly at work for the betterment of their welfare. In Parliament, people expect quality and well-researched debates of their problems and well-articulated resolutions of these problems. I know some honorable members always pride themselves in doing good research when they are debating. But I would want to encourage honorable members that as we pride ourselves in research, it should be evident in what we are saying and what we are contributing on the floor of the House. Honorable members, with the foregoing, it is for this reason that I never hesitated in accepting and approving this great initiative of annually awarding outstanding members of Parliament. This award ceremony is held to recognize members who have made immense contributions towards the welfare of the people in their respective constituencies. Today, as we have gathered here, not only to celebrate achievements of these honorable members, but also to give due regard to our National Assembly of Zambia, values and principles which these awardees exemplify, such as discipline and zeal for hard work. This is the reason why today the National Assembly of Zambia has organized this ceremony to award well-deserving members in 3 categories, namely, 1, the Robinson Navuliato Overall Best Member of Parliament for the Year Award. 2, the Nelly Muti Outstanding Woman MP of the Year Award. And 3, the Wesley Nyirenda Outstanding Youth MP of the Year Award. As we go along, we will be able to improve on this and bring more categories, because we want this process to be all-encompassing, not to divide us, but to bring us together. I don't know if we can even look at the most improved member of parliament. That could be. And also, we should not forget our members of staff. I heard the deputy clerk corporate affairs saying that they need to be awarded. Of course, they are awarded during the Labor Day celebrations, but I believe there is no harm in incorporating them in awards like this when we celebrate our democracy, because they are the facilitators. All those researches that we do, it's because of the research department that comes to our aid. All those motions that we move on the floor of the House, it's because of the research department that puts the meat in whatever we are saying. So they need to be recognized as well. Honorable members, may I hasten to mention here that it does not mean that members who will not receive awards today never performed their duties well in their respective constituencies. However, the awards are being introduced to motivate members who exceptionally contribute towards the development of their constituencies as nominated by their colleagues. I think as we go along, we also increase the numbers of criteria that will have to be considered. For example, who attends most committee meetings? That could be another criteria. Who contributes? Who asks the most inspiring questions to the witnesses? That could be another criteria. I'm just thinking aloud, but I'm sure from the honorable members and the staff, we can also develop other criteria so that we are all encompassing. Honorable members, you will note that from the individual commendations that the awardees today, apart from promoting developmental activities in their respective areas, also contributed effectively by adding value to the proceedings of the House. The awardees did so while maintaining the dignity of the House, dignity in discussion and debate, and conducting themselves in a manner that is a model for other members. Honorable members, these awards should act as a means of encouraging all of you to work extra hard, both here at Parliament and in the constituencies. All members should aim to adequately prepare for proceedings of the House. I am happy that several steps have been taken here at Parliament to help members carry out their duties effectively, such as the provision of well-researched information, legislative and budget analysis by various departments. Honorable members, as alluded to earlier, this is the first ever award ceremonies for MPs being organized by the National Assembly since its inception. Therefore, beyond the award ceremony, the awardees will be expected to carry out various activities that will create awareness on the work of the National Assembly, including running in the upcoming marathon that is coming. Honorable members, as I conclude, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all those being conferred with the Outstanding Parliamentarian Award. I say well done. May these awards encourage you to work even more in your constituencies and further to become the role models to the young generation. As Honorable Dr. Kalila was saying, one of the reasons why we give awards is to encourage and inspire the young people, including women, to participate in elections and eventually become members of Parliament. The tradition of rewarding MPs for their outstanding contribution is worthy of appreciation. I therefore would like to thank the annual Parliamentarians Award Secretariat and the Standing Executive Committee for managing to implement and organize this whole event at a short notice. Most of all, I would like to thank all the members who took part in nominating their colleagues. Regardless of the challenges and differences that may come before and between us, at times, let's continue to build on the spirit of working together as one people, united and motivated in advocating the welfare of our people. For this, I say thank you very much and commend you all for a job well done. And just to show the energy of how this thing is all, the thing just started falling on its own. Honorable members, I remain confident that the Outstanding Parliamentarians Awards being conferred today will motivate other members to excel in Parliament and serve our people, our democracy, and our country at large. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause to Madam Speaker. Okay, while we are getting ready now for the grand finale of this event, where the Deputy Clerk Corporate Affairs will be announcing who the award winners are, I would like to call upon our colleagues from the Research Department to come forward to assist in handing over the actual awards. Now the microphones also are moved. So what's going to happen is, as the Deputy Clerk Corporate Affairs announces the name of the Member of Parliament who has received a particular award, Madam Speaker and the High Table are going to stand in front to shake hands with the so I'll invite Madam Speaker to the front of the table, as well as Dr. Kalila, Mr. Kamboni. So as we get ready, I think I'll now call upon Mr. Kawimbe, Deputy Clerk Corporate Affairs, to come and announce the award winners. Sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mpolokoso. Madam Speaker, as you indicated, there are three categories of these awards, namely the Robinson Nabuliato Award for Outstanding Member of Parliament 2023, the Nelly Mucha Award for Outstanding Woman Member of Parliament 2023, and the Wesley Nyirenda Award for Outstanding Youth Member of Parliament 2023. In this regard, all awardees will receive an appropriate shield and a certificate. In addition, the awardees will receive prize money as follows. The best overall, the best overall in each category will receive 15,000 kwacha. The first runner-up in each category will receive 5,000 kwacha. And the second runner-up in each category will receive 2,500 kwacha. So, yeah. So as I call upon the MPs receiving the award, they'll come through that end. I'm about to announce. So we begin with the Wesley Nyirenda Award for Outstanding Youth MP for the year 2023. The second runner-up is Mr. Fipo Lazo, MP, Chilanga constituency. The Wesley the member stood up very fast. The Wesley Nyirenda Award for Outstanding Youth MP of the Year 2023, second runner-up, Mr. Sipo Lazo, MP for Chilanga, was first elected to the National Assembly in 2021 under the United Party for National Development Party. The nominee has served as member of two committees, namely Committee on Delegated Legislation and Committee on National Security and Foreign Affairs. Over the course of 2 years as Member of Parliament, the nominee has demonstrated maturity and desire to serve the people of Chilanga with distinction. Moreover, he is a known advocate for youth education and empowerment. Honorable members, in addition to advocacy, the nominee is a good grassroots organizer who effectively uses locally available resources to address developmental needs for the people of Chilanga constituency. As a result of his organization abilities, the Member of Parliament has managed to achieve the following. He spearheaded youth development in Chilanga through clubs and empowerment programs. 2, he established 2 sports academies that support and teach young people football and life skills. 3, he supports a lot of youth to take up academic and vocational skills training. And 4, he supports orphanages with basic food supplies. Thank you. The something is going straight to the account. We are being discouraged from handling bulk cash. The first runner-up, rather, for the Wesley Nurenda Award for Outstanding Youth of the year 2023. Oh, actually, there was a tie in this category between Honorable Lazo and Mr. Imanga wa Munyima, MP. For Nalolo constituency. Mr. Imanga, MP, joined politics in 2012 and was first elected to the National Assembly in 2021 under the Party for National Unity and Progress, PNUP. The nominee is a member of Parliament and a member of the Public Accounts Committee. Despite his young age, the nominee has demonstrated maturity and the desire to serve the people of Nalolo with distinction. Moreover, the nominee is an advocate for inclusive development, where he promotes youth empowerment and wealth creation. As the youngest member of Parliament, the nominee is not intimidated by the weighty responsibilities of representing his constituents. As a result of this, he has a great acumen of the social, economic, and political environment of the country, which enables him to debate on a wide range of topical matters in the House and in committees. The nominee accounts very well for the responsibility placed on him by his constituents. In view of this, he has undertaken some of the following activities. 1, he initiated youth activities in his constituency, such as sports. 2, he has distinguished himself with well-researched debates. And 3, he has successfully implemented and delivered youth empowerment projects through both CDF and on his own private initiatives. Thank you very much. I suspect that drum will continue even with the most outstanding awardee, Ms. Sive Soka Koma Sefulo, MP, Mwandi constituency. The Wesley Nurenda Award for Outstanding Youth MP of the Year. First runner-up, Ms. Reso Kakoma Sefulo, MP, Member of Parliament for Mwandi constituency. Ms. Sefulo joined politics in 2009 and was first elected to the National Assembly in 2021 under the United Party for National Development, UPND. In her first term in office, the nominee has been serving as Vice Chairperson of the Committee on National Economy, Trade and Labour Matters. She also serves as a member of the Committee on Privileges and Absences. The nominee is relatively new to politics. However, she has established herself as a good debater and an opinion leader among her peers. In addition to her good and sober debating skills, she desires to develop Mwandi constituency by leveraging on the youth. She has earned admiration as a role model for hard work, dedication, and perseverance. So far, her works include the establishment of youth programs in her constituency, where she has managed to influence parents to support the programs. 2, she strives to use evidence in her parliamentary work, including during debates, and she effectively participates in parliamentary committees. Order. And finally, the Wesley Nurenda Award for the Outstanding Youth Member of Parliament of the Year 2023 goes to Mr. Twambo Elvis Mutinta, Member of Parliament for Itesteji constituency. Mr. Twambo Elvis Mutinta, MP, joined politics in 2002 and was first elected to the National Assembly in 2021 under the United Party for National Development. In his first term in office, Mr. Mutinta MP has been serving as the chairperson and member of the Committee on Education, Science and Technology. He also serves as vice chairperson of the Parliamentary Caucus on Children. He has excelled in both roles, where his sound and invaluable commitment to children and the youth have been appreciated by his peers and constituents in Itesteji. Honorable members, in the nominee's quest to serve the people of Itesteji and in his other parliamentary duties, Honorable Mutinta has managed to successfully accomplish some of the following. 1, establish the Twambo Mutinta Foundation to support child education, sport and life skills. 2, establish the first task force to end child marriage in Itesteji. 3, advocated for quality education through construction of school infrastructure. And 4, implemented youth projects in his constituency. Honorable Mutinta is also well known for his being punctual in his attendance of the business of the House, as well as for maintaining and observing rules and procedures in the House. I thank you. A big round of applause to the awardees, please. I don't know whether Madam Speaker should come and read this. We now move to the Nelly Muti Award for Outstanding Woman MP of the Year 2023. The Nelly Muti Award for Outstanding Woman of the Year 2023. Second runner-up is Honorable Princess Kasune, Member of Parliament for Kembe constituency. Her political career began in 2014. She was first elected to the National Assembly 2 years later in 2016 on the United Party for National Development ticket. Currently, she's the Deputy Chief Whip, a position she has held since September 2021. She also serves as chairperson of the Zambia Women Parliamentarian Caucus. The nominee has an illustrious career as a humanitarian, what did I miss? Thank you. The nominee has an illustrious career, path as a humanitarian, public speaker, theologian, fundraiser, author, development facilitator, peer educator, and renowned AIDS activist in promoting the rights of women in Zambia and globally. The nominee raises awareness on poverty, education for girls, child labor, child prostitution, human rights, and gender inequality. In the process, she has been a tireless advocate for women and other vulnerable groups, where across the developed world she has raised millions of dollars for this and many other causes. As a result of her hardworking nature, the nominee has been a recipient of an ambassadorship from Brunette Institute of Australia. She is also a recipient of the Humanitarian Reebok Award. Honorable members, as an advocate for the rights of women, Honorable Princess Kasune MP is also renowned for the following, among others. 1, outstanding performance in leadership and women affairs, especially in the inclusion of gender participation. 2, she is a great debater. 3, she has implemented major projects in her constituency through CDF. And 4, she has mobilized funding outside the government to support the health and education sectors in her constituency, including giving scholarships for both the boy child and the girl child. Thank you. Mrs. The first runner-up for the Nelly Muti Award for Outstanding Woman of the Year, Woman MP of the Year 2023 is Mrs. Chrysosta Halwindi Piri, Member of Parliament for Kabwe constituency. Mrs. Piri joined politics in 2012 and was first elected to the National Assembly in 2021 under the United Party for National Development. The nominee serves as Vice Chairperson of the Committee on Youth, Sport and Child Matters and the Committee on National Guidance and Gender Matters, where she has proven to be a committed and reliable member of both committees. Further, the nominee is an Executive Committee member of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, Zambia branch, as well as Secretary of the Zambia Women Parliamentarian Caucus. She is a passionate advocate for the rights of women and girls, including their rights to have access to equal opportunities and participation in all aspects of life, and to ensure their full development, advancement, and empowerment. With her unwavering passion to advocate for the rights of women, the nominee has inspired women to aspire for opportunities in the next generation of leaders. She has also encouraged women to be strong and to remain resilient in their pursuit for success. Honorable members, in her tour of duty so far, Mrs. Chrysosta Halwindipiri, MP, has excelled in some of the following areas. 1. Punctuality for business in the house. 2. Supporting the aged with food supplies and groceries. 3. Maintaining discipline in her parliamentary work. 4. Mobilization of women to participate in social activities such as cleaning of their communities. 5. Implementation of government programs such as construction of a clinic, maternity wing at Nakadoli Ward, and planting of trees in a constituency. And 6. Support to women cooperatives by enabling them access funds through CDF. Thank you. The grand finale, the Nelly Muti Award for Outstanding Woman MP of the Year 2023, overall best, goes to Ms. Jacqueline Sabao, Member of Parliament for Chikangata constituency. Ms. Sabao MP joined politics in 1999 and was first elected to the National Assembly in 2021 under the United Party for National Development UPND. Ms. Sabao MP serves as the Vice Chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee and a member of the Committee on National Guidance and Gender Matters, where she has proven to be a committed and reliable member through her valuable contribution. The honorable members' contributions on the floor of the House are always candid and well-researched. The nominee is a fierce advocate of women's rights on the floor of the House, whilst always presenting herself in a manner befitting the decorum of the House. With the foregoing, the honorable member enjoys support of her fellow parliamentarians because of her mature, embracing, honest, considerate, and non-partisan approach to national issues, which is always noticeable in a debate. In addition, Ms. Sabao MP is a committed member of the Zambia Women Parliamentarians Caucus. Honorable members, in the 2 years that the nominee has served the people of Chikankata, a number of developmental projects have been undertaken in our constituency. Since our election, the nominee has managed to carry out the following activities and projects. 1. Construction of an agricultural shed at Nansenga. Construction of a boarding school at Chikani. 3. Lobbied for the construction of the Kasamu Chikankata Mission Road, which has since been procured and given a contractor under the World Bank Rural Connectivity. 4. Through our international networks from the USA, she has procured 10 walker carts for the disabled in her constituency. And 5. Through her friendship with the Muslim society, she has lobbied for boreholes in a bid to improve access to safe drinking water. She has so far received 17 boreholes. In an effort to uplift the living standards of women in her constituency, Ms. Sabao MP has organized a number of women programs using her own personal resources. One of the major women programs in her constituency is that of promoting cattle rearing by women. She does this by empowering women with funds to start cattle rearing. Thank you. There's no water. No, it's fine. I think so. now move to the Robinson Nabujato Award for Outstanding MP of the Year 2023. The Robinson Nabujato Award for Outstanding MP of the Year 2023, second runner-up is Mr. Fred Chibulo Chatila, MP, Member of Parliament for Momba constituency. Mr. Chatila, MP, was first elected to the National Assembly in 2016 under the United Party for National Development, UPND. He is the past chairperson of the Planning and Budgeting Committee, which is mandated to examine money bills, including the excess expenditure and supplementary appropriation bills. Honorable members, throughout his parliamentary career, Mr. Chatila MP has advocated for equitable distribution of natural resources in order to effect lasting development for marginalized societies in Momba constituency. Where the nominee has failed to access the required resources, he has exploited alternative opportunities. His resourceful nature and willingness to transform Momba has inspired him to do the following. 1, he has involved traditional leaders in his developmental agenda. 2, he has advocated for enhanced management, disbursement, utilization, and accountability of the CDF. 3, he has constantly updated his constituents on CDF projects. And 4, he has constituted a good team for the management of CDF. Thank you. Honorable Chatila was tied in this position with Mr. Yotam Mutachalo MP, Chairman, North Constituency. Honorable Mutachalo joined politics in 1988. Am I reading that right? 1988, and was first elected to the National Assembly in 2021 under the Patriotic Front. Mr. Yotam Mutachalo has been serving as a member of the Committee on Agriculture, Lands and Natural Resources. Honorable members, the nominee has a humble personality and is a known advocate for social and economic justice. He adequately applies those skills to derive strategic partnerships to deliver development in his constituency. In view of this, the nominee has managed to achieve the following. 1, lobby for funds from the central government for rehabilitation of the Chama Lundazi Road. 2, implement CDF projects such as construction of 15 classroom blocks, health posts, and drilling of 31 boreholes in Chama North constituency. 3, advocated for the installation of the grid extension project with the rural electrification projects. And 4, lobbied for the construction of the first ever secondary school in Imbazi Ward to be funded by the World Bank through the Ministry of Education. Thank you. Honorable members, the Robinson Nabujato Award for Outstanding MP of the Year 2023, first runner-up is Mr. Elliot Kamondo MP, Member of Parliament for Mufumba constituency. Honorable Kamondo joined politics in 1998 and was first elected to the National Assembly in 2010 under the United Party for National Development. He is the past chair of the Committee on Government Assurances and is an active member of the Committee on National Economy, Trade and Labor Matters. Honorable Kamondo is a champion for rural development. He often engages his constituents to understand and map the development needs of Mfumbwe constituency. The nominee is dedicated professionally and personally to making sure vulnerable societies such as women and children in his constituency have the opportunity to succeed in life. His deep understanding of his constituency has earned him a third term in office, slowly positioning himself among seasoned parliamentarians. In addition, the nominee has earned himself wide support for the following reasons. 1, timeliness to delivering CDF projects in his constituency. 2, filing questions for oral answer. 3, he is punctual for the business of the House. And 4, he is a well-disciplined member. I thank you. Honorable members, the Robinson Nabudiato Award for Outstanding Member of Parliament for 2023, overall best, goes to Honorable Mubika Nakoka, Member of Parliament for Luena constituency. Honorable Nakoka joined politics in 1998 and was first elected to the National Assembly of Zambia in August 2021 under the United Party for National Development. Honorable Nakoka belongs to the Committee on Parastatal Bodies, where he has proven to be a valuable and committed member of the committee. During his tenure as a parliamentarian, he has shown commitment to duty, exemplified by his ardent observance of parliamentary rules, practice, and procedure. In addition, Honorable Nakoka has proven to be a member who debates from an informed position, using well-researched information. His debates show an in-depth understanding of issues on the floor of the House. Further, the awardee regularly visits his constituency to interact with his electorates and also facilitates implementation of various projects in the constituency. For example, in the last year, Honorable Nakoka has facilitated the expansion of infrastructure in Ilundu Primary School and Mweke Secondary School, as well as the construction of a maternity wing at Limulunga Mini Hospital. These developmental projects, among others, will go a long way in providing the necessary environment that fosters socio-economic development in the constituency. Honorable members, it is expected that with this award, Honorable Nakoka will be motivated to work even harder in his parliamentary duties to advance development in the Luena constituency and the nation at large. Congratulations once again. So we've come to the end of the awards with that award.
Thank you, Mr. Kawimbe. To celebrate the award ceremony, we are going to invite Kamoto to give us another dance, and then Parliament Choir, please get ready. Soon after Kamoto, the Parliament Choir comes in. Thereafter, Madam Speaker will take photographs with the award winners just outside the amphitheater after Parliament Choir has sung. And then a group photo with all members of Parliament in the front of the main building. And thereafter, there will be refreshments for all of us. So at this point, I call upon Kamoto to answer. A round of applause to Kamoto Dance Group. A round of applause, a round of applause. Another round of applause. And thank you to all the honorable members who gave them support. At this point, let's cheer on Parliament Choir as they come forward. Thank you. Wow, that was excellent. Madam Speaker, Yes, an album. We're waiting for a 13-track album from Parliament Choir. Another round of applause. Madam Speaker, I didn't know that your ADC can also sing so well. I suppose she sings in the vehicle when she's taking you home. Congratulations, Madam Carol. At this point, we are going to call upon the overall best MP of the year, Honorable Movita Anakoka, to come and give us a vote of thanks. Honorable Anakoka, a round of applause for you, please.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremony. As you might imagine, there are 1,000 thoughts running through my mind, and it would be ironical that on the day that you are awarded for speaking, then you run out of words and fail to speak. So I'm grateful that there's actually a written statement that I'm going to read. Because it's an extremely humbling experience, especially when you know that it's an award that's coming from colleagues. I wish to, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the many words of encouragement that you always give me as we journey through this together. I just want to recognize my friends who are sending me messages, my colleagues from a group known as Pansaka, who are a group of friends from all over the world that we discuss a lot of issues, including what we do in Parliament. So let me now get to my prepared speech for the vote of thanks. The Right Honorable Nelly B.K. Muti, MP, FAPRA, Speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia. Honorable Malungo H. Sangano, MP, First Deputy Speaker. Honorable Frank Moses Moyo, MP, Second Deputy Speaker. Cabinet and Provincial Ministers present. Honorable Harry S. Kamboni, MP, Vice President 1, IPU Zambia National Group. Honorable Dr. Christopher Kalila, MP, Vice President 1, CPA Zambia Branch. Honorable Members of Parliament, the Acting Clerk of the National Assembly, staff of the National Assembly, and I think we forgot the choir here, so, and the choir, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Yes, it's still morning, I was just confirming. On behalf of my fellow recipients of the prestigious Annual Parliamentarians Awards, I would like to thank the National Assembly of Zambia for bestowing me with the honor to say a few words concerning this special event. I feel overwhelmed and I'm at a loss for words. Well, I hadn't actually seen this when I talked about being mouthless. I'm lost for words concerning this special event. This special moment in my life where I have been awarded is difficult to describe. The Robinson Naburiato Award, overall Best MP of the Year. Thank you very much. I cannot thank you enough for choosing me for this award. Receiving the overall Best Award means a lot to me because it's challenging me to nominate one winner out of all the members of Parliament. To this effect, I must acknowledge the outstanding achievements of my colleagues who have received the awards in different categories, and I believe that these awards will inspire all of us to continue working hard in our capacities as representatives of the people. Madam Speaker, this initiative will motivate members of Parliament to always put in their very best efforts in their day-to-day operations. Therefore, I am fortunate to start the third session of the 13th National Assembly as the first winner of the Robinson Naburiato Award. To this effect, I remain indebted to this institution and its incredible honorable members of parliament who have taught me everything I know about my work today. I have learned so much by observing their work ethic and dedication to duty. As a consequence of being ready to learn, my efforts have paid off. Madam Speaker, as I conclude, I would like to thank you for coming up with such a good initiative where the work of members of parliament will be recognized every year. And I would like to also encourage my fellow members of parliament to carry with them the inspiration and motivation drawn from today's achievements. I thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was Honorable Mubita Anakoka, the overall best MP of 2023. We have come to the end of the awards ceremony for this year. And so, Madam Speaker will take a photo with the overall winners for today. There is a banner just outside the amphitheater where Madam Speaker will take a photo with the presiding officer, the other presiding officers, and the recipients of the awards. And thereafter, the recipients will also take a photo with the clerks at the table, just at the banner. Thereafter, all members of parliament can join Madam Speaker and the recipients of the awards in front of the main building, or take a photo with all members of parliament. Thereafter, refreshments will be served at the main reception. At this point, could we all rise, please, as Madam Speaker leads the reception. Yes, I've been guided that there will be just a group photo, Madam Speaker, and the other presiding officers. The leader of opposition can also join. All the recipients of the awards, please follow. Since the place is a little bit small for all members, to take a group photo there, it will be a bit tricky. So I've been guided that the members can go out first. So honorable members can follow. So please, my colleagues in public and international relations, please organize a photo. Members of staff, kindly wait for members of parliament to leave. After the group photo, immediately outside the amphitheater, I've been guided that we can all go for the refreshments, since we won't have time to go to take photos in front. Thank you very much for your cooperation.